Right, so I have returned once again today to actually deliver the full arc of Bakemonogatari. That's if. That's if. Totally if, bro. God, I really do sound weird on flat headphones. I changed headphones yesterday and I'm like, wow, I sound different. So anyway, yes, we have returned to actually cover episodes 11 and 12, maybe even 13, depending on whether or not I'm actually going to be able to actually do all three of them today. Hello, konbanwa, genki desu ka, also ohayou gozaimasu, I should also say, because it's also morning. But yeah, possibly also 13, depending on whether or not I actually can squeeze that one in as well, of Bakemonogatari, which actually does in theory encompass, well, almost all of it, Tsubasa Cat, the final arc of the entirety of this season. And yes, this is the one I know, well, I don't know anything about it, but I know from looking, if you're typing Bakemonogatari into Google, the one thing you do see a lot of is Tsubasa Cat, so I'm actually kind of curious to know whether or not it actually is like the one. This is the Don arc, as they say. So it's over here. Oh yeah, it is my favorite girls episode as well. It's Hanekawa's episode, or arc as well. Should also say. Konbanwa, genki desu ka. Sorry about that, I didn't actually say that beforehand. But yeah, I mean, boy howdy, this is the one. I keep on hearing people say this actually is like the Don. This is the one. I was like, man, let's see, because it's actually had some Don arcs already. It's had some pretty freaking Kino arcs. So I have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. And actually also realised I actually ended this whole entire anime in almost a week. The more I think about it, which is actually kind of surprising. When you think about it, this actual show, it seems like a lot, but when you actually just put it down into arcs, it's like really short. You're like, holy shit, it's already over. I have no idea how to explain it, but it happens every single time I realise it. I'm like, holy shit, it's already over. So anyways, put that there and put that there. We should be good to go. Thank you so much. I actually updated my hair a little bit today. I got it in ponytail because it's way too long to actually be able to have it normally, but it's thank you. Arigato. But yeah. Let's actually get a shone around and see what happens in Tsubasa Cat. So anyways, I start this thing in. Yes, they are actually. I got them yesterday. They're actually Japanese. I didn't know about them until I actually found out. I googled the actual company and I actually found out they're Japanese. They're like mid-range priced headphones, but they're actually really, really good for the price. They're actually really nice. So anyways, I start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Start this thing absolutely now. Yes, essentially, they're like mid-range headphones, but you actually can mod them to actually sound like Sennheisers. It's actually kind of cool. Bro, that was like about almost a month ago. It's best girl! Best girl! She's already here. I was realize how empty this world actually is. Well. Well, this is kind of like a depressing opening already. Good lord. Oh no, just vibe maybe. Just vibe. Study? Who studies? Bro. You take a test day before, you take a test immediately before revising. That's what you always do. Oh, if only she knew. If only she knew. Yeah, this world is surprisingly empty, the more I think about it. It's literally just two people. This scene is really, really, really well done because it actually it robs you of looking at Aragi's reaction. So effectively, Aragi is kind of your gateway into the anime. He's our surrogate, as they tend to kind of explain those characters as, or protagonists in general. To actually kind of be told that and actually not see Aragi's reaction, it makes then your disgust and actually then your reaction to it even more greater. It's kind of a really well done scene. Probably one of the better examples that I probably have actually seen of how to actually kind of do that. Konbanwa, genki desu ka? Yeah, so essentially what happens is most of the time protagonists in anime tend to act, or characters in general tend to act as our gateway into arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. But 9 out of 10 times what happens is characters tend to be your gateway into a show because we're essentially at a distance because we don't technically have the same like liberties as say Aragi or Senju Hara as well, or anyone like that. We're not in that world, so we need someone to actually kind of get us into said world. So 9 out of 10 times, the protagonist actually tends to be that character. So I kind of like how they rob you of seeing how he reacts to it, only ever seeing his feet, instead of actually seeing his face, because it kind of then heightens our reaction, makes our reaction even more kind of like greater, because we are robbed of being able to see that one our surrogate into the whole entire show. If that makes any sense. I have no idea if anything I said actually makes any sense, but that's how I've kind of seen shows like this do that. I think Shaft do that quite well, if I remember correctly. Shaft are probably the best studio that does this kind of thing. So I feel like I've seen other studios do it as well, but I feel like Shaft are probably best studio example of doing it because they do it quite often. Either they do it that way, or they kind of like etch the character into a corner to actually kind of then heighten the idea of like the anguish they're feeling. It's stuff you normally see in say like film, but even then, film is not always all the time. Sengoku's arc was actually kind of strange, when I think about it. That sure was an arc. When you kind of just look back and you're like, wow, a lot happened in that arc. I feel like this show also makes references that like I feel like 0.5% of everyone watching it might even get. The more I think about it. This is actually very industrial as well, the more I think about it. It's a very industrial city. Aragi. My dude. Why is he sitting there like Joe from Ashita no Joe at the end of the season 2? You know, when he like, you know, cakes it. The shot everyone does. He's kind of just sitting there like Joe. Is a pseudo vampire a vampire that actually can go out in the light? The real question is, has Oshino fallen down off any good old tables recently? Man, even a Doraemon reference as well. Thankfully, I actually get that reference. I actually watched Doraemon when I was a kid, so I get that reference. Well, that's basically end the whole entire scene. Just well. Best girl here to save the day as well. Best girl here to save the day. just ran off. Poor Hanekawa. Yeah, shit hit the fan in that whole entire arc, the more I think about it. Like, shit hit the fan. I also feel like the show's actually a kitchen sink kind of show as well. Is that the term? Kitchen sink. Kitchen sink. It's the one where it takes place mostly in like one location. Because literally about 10-15 minutes of an entire episode is dedicated just to one location. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Man's got hit so hard he actually changed to 60s animation. And there's a fish tank. That's the one, not kitchen sink. It's fish tank. That's the term they use. Oh shit. Oh shit. What do I also feel is actually check off the gun as well, to be honest. Their relationship's actually amazing though. I think at one point she actually wants to murder him. It's when you know you're that close. It's when you know you're about that close to each other. Are you truly dating unless you actually have the other person throw something at you? Like, is that truly dating at that point? Well, goddamn. Doraemon in this world hits differently. I mean, is a headache after all. Man, that was a month ago. Pretty much at this point. May has gone by really fast when I think about it. Cat go out of nowhere. This cat go out of nowhere. I actually swear people on motorbikes do my head in. Let's be real. Let's also remember what happened in the previous arc when actually, when Aragi actually acts as the actual hero all the time. It does sort of go wrong sometimes. Well. I guess that's one way to. The more I think about it, like all the oddities that kind of come and go by that tend to actually be like, by the way, it's actually a manifestation of something. It's like the complete 180 of something I would expect. Like the idea of like she was really stressed about everything, and then it kind of caused her to actually become cat girl Hanekawa. In doing so, she actually kind of drained people of their energy. I was like, wow, that's actually kind of one way to do it. That whole entire thing with the monkey paw as well. Now, see, the cool thing would be there's actually a reference to the film Cat People, like the really, really old 1934 movie, I think. Is it 1934? Because it's remade by Paul Schrader as well, if I remember correctly. Shinobu out of nowhere. Shinobu out of nowhere. Shinobu with the... I guess that's Shinobu with the clutch. That's kind of intense. For now. And then it all went to shit again. Pardon the pun. Pardon the pun. That said, that probably would actually land him in jail, to be honest. if we actually kind of do view that in a kind of normal context, there'll be very many questions being asked about the whole entire thing. I mean, yeah. Effectively, it's basically a for the most part, a fish tank. Is it fish tank? Yeah, fish tank episode. Meaning it literally takes place in practically one location. Like for the remainder of the episode, past the point at which we found out about the flashback, it was mostly just condensed into that one area, which is actually kind of interesting because again, it's really hard to pull off the idea of actually having a one set episode that wouldn't get boring after all, because you can't be like, okay, get to somewhere, boy, get somewhere. We got to see where it goes. We got to be engaged. As I've always said, the show has that sense of energy you don't see very often in any other show that does kind of. It gives this show the edge that it could literally take place in one location, just be two characters speaking to one another, and you wouldn't be bored. The same thing happened in Hitaki Crab as well. How in the episode it was literally, I think it's episode 2, if I remember correctly, how it literally took place pretty much inside the actual amusement area. And how literally the whole episode was just them talking to each other. But you're never once bored, and it's kind of a masterclass actually how to actually keep a viewer engaged when literally nothing's happening. Because for the most part, it's just literally just them talking to one another. What is happening next episode? What is happening? What will be happening next episode? I didn't get it. Damn it! I didn't get it. I thought I paused it. Right. Anyways, I should put on Twitter. Actually, watching episode 12. I think. Yeah, episode 12. So where am I? But yeah, it's you don't. Film sometimes does it, I guess, to an extent. I don't see very many one location films too often nowadays. Probably one of the best examples is probably Buried, the last 10 years, I'd imagine. And I could have sworn there was one last year as well, if I remember. But they're really cool if you actually saw them. Basically, they just take place in one location, and it actually is really hard to actually kind of keep you engaged because it literally hinges on the idea of A, the mystery being interesting, or B, the characters being interesting, and then C, the actual dialogue being interesting as well, because you have to do a lot to kind of carry the entirety of the actual film, because a lot of it also does kind of fall back on the actual locations. It's one of those things. It's one of those things I kind of learned recently. Well, I know it for quite a while. I must say, even though it's the manifestation of like the problems that HANEKAWA goes through, HANEKAWA cat form's kind of cute. I think just cats in general kind of cute. I don't know. Because cat girls are kind of great as well. I don't know. It's a hard one to pin down. I felt like this show's trying to make me fall for cat girls. I'm like, bro, you won't do it. I shall not fall prey to the cat girls. All right, you shall not do it to me. And probably I will actually by the end of the show. Who knows? Anyway, so it's actually episode 12 in 3, 2, 1. It starts the thing absolutely now. Okay, but all right. I know. I have a cat boy form whenever I actually have a headache. That's the truth. Okay, I must. Okay, I know I gotta take this scene seriously, but holy shit! Central heart of her hair tied up. My heart. This show. It makes me question who my heart belongs to. Whatever they have, I want. Including the part in which she almost killed him as well. As I always say, it's the key to long-lasting relationships as well. Or so he thought. Or so he thought. But yes, I must. And it's opening one again. I must pretense the idea that yes, the concepts of like hair tied up Senju Harder does kind of give me the thought that possibly yes, she might be best girl as well. Though it is overridden by the idea that Hanekawa does have a cat girl form, and that in of itself that does constitute to also being best girl as well. I must pretense that. Because that is the thing. Just cat girls, bro. Cat girls are like the key to like mankind. Mankind peaked when the cat girls were made. Alright? It all went downhill after that whole entire point. I'm telling you. It's the cat girls were what made the world like just work. And afterwards it just nothing hit. And I feel like Bakemonogatari exists to kind of just like accentuate that idea. Like yes, it's a manifestation of the stress that Hanekawa goes through, but cat girls. that's the thing. Just cat girls. And that, my friends, is my entire philosophy on cat girls. I swear if I actually had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Bro was so late. His actual arm went live action. That all happened so goddamn fast. It all happened so fast. I love how she got philosophical on the first date. So what is time, bro? Where are we? Where's life? And also full of terrors as well. Ooh. God, she put him on the spot just then. Jesus Christ. That's not the most casual I love you in the world. I appreciate that. It's like, you love me? Yeah, I love you too. Alright. I once again reiterate, I want what they have. She's literally vibe checking him. She's checking his vibes completely. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm literally witnessing a murder here. Jesus Christ, this man's been done. Oh wow, she's destroying him. She's destroying this boy. It's a date or a vibe check. Well, damn. Holy shit. I love her, she's great. Honestly, what is going on here? Is this a date or is this a goddamn just... Is she just there to destroy this boy? Is the leg touch necessary though? Woo! Good lord. Stress does suck. Stress does suck. That hand do be going places. Dad just saw their vibe in the entire time. The entire scene with dialogue actually had a complete different feeling to what actually was going on physically. It's like two vibes going against each other. There you go. There you go. Man, he's living. He's living. He living. He even got the kiss on the ear. I'd like he'd be the luckiest boy in the world. Hand going places. Whatever she was saying in his ear, then the good old kiss on the ear. Man's living. As we would say, he scored. That's kind of cute. He's a winning. Oh shit, you're right! I was trying to figure out, what if I heard a voice of her? It is Gendo. Shit, you're right, it is Gendo. Isn't Gendo also, oh, what's his name? From, Gintama? Can't remember his name now, it's actually annoying me. There's Gendo being proud of someone, wouldn't you know? This show going places. My heart. Yeah, Mado. That's it. I was gonna say. I swear it's I swear it's Mado, isn't it? He voices as well. I could have sworn it. I knew it's something with an M, but I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, it is him. It is. He does also voice him in Gintama as well. Yo, is this a goddamn date? In the conventional sense? Underneath the stars, no less. What's happening here? Two lovers beneath the stars? This show is trying to make me sway my alignment to Senju Hada, and it's working. No, you cannot destroy my love for HANEKAWA. Honestly, beneath like the kind of like very mysterious exterior, which kind of makes sense, she's kind of a great person. What, bro? Bro, it's cute. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. Fuck. Alright, I'm done. Fuck it. Okay, I'm on a Senju Hada train now. Alright? Leave me alone. Unless by some miraculous fluke they manage to whip me over with HANEKAWA again. I'll bet on it, but fuck's sake, man. Fuck's sake, man. This is cute. This is cute. That was actually a that wasn't that was like we're gonna kiss too. Oh, we might kiss. Back. I can't say the words back, so we're gonna kiss, bro. What the fuck, man? That was cute. In my Bakemonogatari anime, give me cute. What the fuck? Kind of a really weird, a really weird detour, so to speak, I guess, from, by the way, yeah, all the shit happening with HANEKAWA to, by the way, love, bro, it's a cool thing. It's a weird thing, but it works. I like it. It was cute. It was one of those things that reinforces that, oh, like, he's actually a good person. He's done quite a bit. Yeah, he's a little bit weird sometimes. He's got those weird things about him, but at the same time, as I always said, above all else, he's a person who's done a lot of good things for a lot of good people as well. That can't, in theory, be disregarded, and that's actually what overrides a lot of the more questionable things he does. So I do, on the one hand, understand that maybe some people won't like him because he is kind of a little bit strange sometimes. I mean, we saw in previous episode. The episode with Sengoku kind of proved that as well. Subsequently, also the episodes with Mayoi also kind of proved that. But at the same time, what overrides the whole entire perspective is the idea that he's not always like that. He actually has that. He has that thing about him that he actually does care about people. He actually wants people to be happy. That's the main thing above all else. And it actually makes you kind of care for him as well. So probably we'll leave the rest of Tsubasa Cat until tomorrow. There's a whole lot of boob next episode, I must admit. Holy moly. Oh boy. This episode is boober. It is true, actually. The ending lyrics are kind of hints at the whole entire thing. I always felt like everything kind of feeds into each other in this show. Like, in essence, some things don't pick up on immediately, but then when they kind of do come to fruition, you actually then understand it's always been there since the beginning, and the same thing applies probably in ending lyrics, actually. But yeah, I mean, goddamn, next episode though. I am watching, after this I'm watching Bakemonogatari, I think. After that point I'm watching Nisei, and after that point I'm watching, or is it season 2 then Nisei? Or is it Kizu Kuro season 2, or is it Kizu Kuro and then Nisei? I have to go read the comment I got on last week. Let's have a quick look. I'll have a wee read of the actual thing. I swear it's yeah. So it's Kizu Nisei, Kuro, and second seasons. That's how it's probably gonna go. So next probably will be Bakemonogatari, and then after that point it will be I've already forgotten. God damn it! You know what I said beforehand. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this show is weirdly adorable. That's the kind of weird thing about it. I can't quite put into words how the show does it, but it does it quite well. In essence, you grow attached to these characters, even though, by all accounts, you know literally nothing about them, because you really don't know everything about Senju Kohara. You don't know anything about HANEKAWA. You don't know anything about anyone really, besides the points at which I actually decide to tell you. But then at the same time, just because of the way they are and actually how they act towards one another and actually how they bounce off each other, you kind of grow to love them. equally as well. That's the thing. Like, Hanekawa's great, even though she's the most mysterious character out of all of them. Senju Hara actually kind of has that personality about her. You can't not fall for her because she's amazing. And also, this whole entire episode actually highlights how tragic her whole entire character actually is, and actually how much Araki actually has come by and actually saved her life in a way. So it's one of those things that you grow to appreciate his character, though granted still, as I said, there is those characters about him as a person, but at the same time, it's overridden by the idea that he is, at heart, a good person that does care for the people around him. And we actually understand also that is his detriment as well, because it actually has, in theory, actually kind of come to fruition with Sengoku's actual arc. But at the same time, disregarding that whole entire idea, there is this idea that he just cares. And I like that about him, to be honest, because he's one of those characters that you do understand that he wouldn't abandon someone. He always will be there for that person. And also I like in the kind of very abstract way she kind of says it, you can actually understand the love she does have for Araki as well, old Senju Hara. That's the major thing you actually do in theory get from both of them. They do in theory love each other, even though there's a very roundabout relationship when you think about it, because as we said in the previous episodes, there has been those instances where she almost murdered him, so you get at that point that Bowler account, she probably would murder him in an instant, but at the same time, they love each other, and I actually kind of like that. It's just really cute, and it's really cute to see. It's probably one of the better relationships actually kind of seen, and we only ever kind of seen them together, really, in this episode, truly, to be honest. But it's very fleshed out. You actually understand to why it's happening, essentially. It's not just kind of happening because the narrative actually has to make it happen. No, it's happening because it actually makes sense for them to actually be together, and I actually kind of like that about this whole entire relationship between the two of them. It just doesn't feel like it's just, oh yeah, they got to be in love because the actual writers want them to be in love. You actually understand why they're in love, essentially, and that's what matters most. Even though, yes, my heart does sort of drift between Hanekawa and Senju Hara quite a bit, because both are pretty top tier, let's be real, I don't know. Hanekawa does still have catgirl form, which does kind of sort of make me go, yes. But tomorrow I'll probably finish off this whole entire series and actually be on my way to Bakemonogatari at some point in time. Probably might take a week off next week. After covering this whole entire show, I probably might just be here for Monday and Thursday and Saturday. And actually the rest of the week I'll probably be on Twitch streaming games for a little while. Just detox for a little while, but then be on our way to watching Bakemonogatari, so I'll go and buy them if I remember correctly. I swear I don't own them. No, I don't own the Bakemonogatari yet. I need to buy them. So until next time, with the final part of Bakemonogatari, actually has been quite the actual emotional ride thus far. You actually have enjoyed the entire show and doing through it, always leave a like because it does help quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire show and doing through it, always leave a sub as well because both do help quite a lot. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire show and doing through it, also follow me on Twitter because it does help quite a bit. You actually will then know when new streams are live and any other streams I do as well. And as always, gochicho arigatou gozaimasu. Boku no toko wo, say the words correctly, omoshiroi to omotara ine ya channel toruko onegai shimasu. So until next time with episodes 13 to 15, yes, of Bakemonogatari, it has been my pleasure. I swear I know how to say it's my pleasure in Japanese. Is it doshimaste? It's a bit in between, if I remember correctly. It's a bit in between, I'm forgetting. Just tell me how to say it. Yes, I was halfway there. I got the middle part incorrectly. So it's itashimashite? I actually got to work on the pronunciation. So it's tashimashite. Close enough. I'll learn how to say it, don't worry. I know what it was, but I couldn't remember the actual correct pronunciation for it. But yeah. Got me to say I can't say it correctly today, but I'm always there. It's a bit in between. That's what gets me the most. Everything else is actually fine, just a bit in between. So until next time with some more Bakemonogatari, or the final stream of the whole entire series, which it's still kind of weird to say because it actually feels like I actually started the series. Until next